Oh my gosh, I don't know about you, but like before having kids, it's like my days just kind of flow. Like even if I was, going to school or work and things like that, like I could keep up. But here lately, and just I don't know, like since I became a mom, I needed a way to put mom mode on easy mode. And if you click on this video, then I'm sure you've been there and you're there, and like take a deep breath because oh my gosh, these things have helped me make motherhood like a lot more simple. And no one tells you that probably the hardest job ever is to be a mom. And I'm not saying that it's hard because like, oh, it's so hard. It's this. And no, 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 not in that way. It just comes with so much. Like you're working on emotions and you want the character to develop and you want them to be intelligent. And like every single person from Gandhi to George Washington to Martin Luther King to like, I don't know, whatever, whoever your favorite person is, they have had a mom. Okay. So just think about the workload there. Every single person goes through the same institution of motherhood. And like we want a way to make it better. And if you're like me, like you want to make it simple, but you want to make it productive and effective. And let me just stop rambling on. So let me talk to you about like, obviously you already know that like the days are busy and it seems like there's no time and you can get stressed and easily frustrated, but something that has totally changed this for me and like just made it so much more simple. And I'm not even a routine girl. I'm not a routine or schedule girl. Like as much as I try and as much as it looks so beautiful, I'm just not. But what I have found is setting alarms. Like I don't know if this is just me, but I used to only use my alarm to wake up to go to work in the morning or like wake up to go to class. But hello, now I set alarms and I'll set a cute one with emojis or whatever, and it'll be like, something inspirational. It could be something I found on a fortune cookie, or obviously, like, I set an alarm to remind myself, oh, pay that bill, or we need to like make dinner by this time, or practice starts at this time, like I set alarms because I'm not a schedule and a routine girl. Like that just doesn't work for me, or it hasn't, like maybe one day I'll have it all together in that way, but right now I don't. Something else that is kind of schedule routine adjacent, but I'm just not that consistent sometimes. It's time blocking. So though I don't totally write it down, or maybe like I do write it down, but I like let stuff live in my head. I don't know if you're like that. But, anyways, time blocking is just where you set like whatever task or activity that you're going to get done to 30 minutes or whatever time frame like you feel comfortable with. And for me, that's 30 minutes. 15 minutes is just like, okay, I'm just now getting into the groove of whatever I'm doing. An hour, and I'm like, this is too long. Maybe 45 minutes. But, anyways, my sweet spot is 30 minutes. So no matter if I'm going to get my run or my workout in, doing my makeup, obviously homeschooling my kids takes longer than 30 minutes, but we can do it in those bite sizes to where like, okay, reading 30 minutes, that'll be like a break and, the actual curriculum and whatnot. And then we'll just do things like that. But that has totally helped just keep things where they don't get too boring or run over and you like, where did the time go? That has totally helped me stay, like keeping it all together. And while we're on the topic of keeping it all together, girl, making a to-do list. So I told you, I'm not a schedule or routine girl. And if you are, oh my gosh, this is going to make it even so much easier for you. But making a to-do list, and I try to do that the night before. So after I've like given the kids a bath, myself a bath, I'm like got my electric blanket and I'm warm and cozy. I'll just get my little tablet and I'll just write out things. And it's kind of like a brain dump, like an evening brain dump. It allows me to sleep better, honestly. Like things aren't just in my head, and I'm just writing every single thing down, whether it's like my meal plan for the week, making sure I'm exercising, if there's an extra task, like, and on top of homeschooling my kids, I am a business owner. I manage properties, my own, and then for my grandfather as well. So that's got its own like responsibilities and things like that. And so I have to be pretty organized, but I'm not, like I said, a schedule or routine girl. So making a brain dump list the night before I go to sleep helps me to sleep better, helps me to be less stressed, and it also like I'm effective and productive because I'm getting it like written down. And then throughout the week, I'll just check those things off. So that totally has helped me. Oh, and by the way, if you haven't already, visit notanotherperfectmom.com. And all you have to do to join the club is just put in your email. And that way you can get freebies from me. And other goodies in my newsletter, like tips, all those things to where like just that encouragement, and then other like things that like are useful and are going to be helpful, and products and things like that. If you're interested, definitely visit the website notanotherperfectmom.com, to join and like stay in the loop and like have that whole mom friend vibe going on. But anyways, something else that I have to do, and it's like you can be as productive and efficient and all these things as you want, but it has really helped me so much, girl, to look forward to something every single day. Some days that's my workout. And I used to be like, okay, I have a treadmill inside my house too. And when I can get outside, I like to get outside. But I have the treadmill inside to where there's no excuses. But I get that done. That is my time. So if my little one comes up and they're just blambling on, like I got my headphones in and I'm like nodding, and then if they need something and it's not like dire, I'm like, this is my time. Like, okay, I will get with you when this is over. And that goes back to that 30-minute time blocking. But having something to look forward to, and sometimes like a workout, you're just not looking forward to that. So that's a bubble bath for me. That's my like exfoliating, my exfoliation. Is it exfoliation? Exfoliating my skin, like and all that, taking care of myself. Or it could be like quiet time when my kids are down for quiet time or quiet play. It could be like, what, work aside, to-do list aside, I'm just gonna like watch this home improvement show or watch Bridgerton or something like that for myself, to where like I'm not doing all the things, I'm pouring into me. And that is honestly going to help you more than anything. And another thing is, girl, I take my tablet wherever I go, and like not my Apple tablet or Microsoft tablet, literally like a pen and paper. I'm that kind of person, a pen and paper girl. I like to write things down. It's quick, it's easy. I don't have to open anything up or get distracted by, so many pop-ups. I take my little doodle tablet that I write on the night before or like at night, for my to-do list and stuff. I take that with me because I write down my groceries on there and like my to-do list. And so if I'm out, I guess you can call it like putting things together, like making the most of my time. So if I'm out in the store already, whatever I was going to pick up or had written down, I'm going to go ahead and get that. It just helps me to stay focused and not like chase all the squirrels that come up. And these tips help me no matter if we're starting, like we normally do our homeschool in the morning time. So I'll get up myself, get myself ready, have that quiet time for myself, and get my kids up, and we'll do breakfast and all that. And we normally start homeschool around 9:30 in the morning. But if we've got a doctor appointment or something comes up early in the morning, like I said, I also have a business, then sometimes that doesn't work. But these tips work for me no matter if we're doing homeschool like religiously in the morning, or if we have to push it into the afternoon, like this day here. This isn't a typical day, but it just was a reminder to me that like my system is working. It's keeping things calmer, and I'm able to do this regardless. Like a schedule routine might not have allowed me to like the freedom that I have with like the tips I'm sharing for you. So anyways, something else that really helps aside from this calm that I'm drinking for the first time is to put your phone away as much as you can. Like I have to take calls sometimes, so I have my like ringer on, but I try to keep it far away from me. And because you'll get messages, you'll get alerts, you'll get people wanting to connect with you. And I like reserve those things for my unproductive time. So if it's like that downtime or like before bed. So yeah, like I said, join not go on notanotherperfectmom.com. All you have to do to join is to put in your email, and that way you can get my newsletter for, like I said, tips and things like that, so we can stay connected and stay strong. When it comes to homeschooling, what I've done and like what we do to kind of keep it simple is it really just depends on the day, the health, the mood, and things like that. But this day, it actually worked for us to all sit down at the table together and get our lessons done. What I did was I was doing the physical and like intentional lesson time with my son, and definitely snacking. And then I set my daughter up. So now that like I guess working with her and her like watching my son learn, she's picked up on so much thus far in our homeschool year. And so I'm able to just kind of circle some pages at the bottom that I want her to do in her workbook, like lightly go over the instructions for each page with her. And then she's able to work on that and get it done without me having to kind of really essentially handhold her. And so if you can take that time to explain, to show your children things. It doesn't matter if it's their lesson or brushing their teeth or making their bed. Take a little bit of time to be intentional with them, and it'll pay off so much, because with like practice and consistency and that explanation from you, then they have the information that they need to do it without so much, I guess, hand holding or
Did
like
not lock the
guidance.
shed. So, what could happen because Nick did not lock the shed? What could happen? The cat will get cold. If the cat's in it, he get cold. What about that? That could happen. What about if the other animals ran out? Because the shed wasn't locked, right? So that any animals could just run right out of there. That was so
Mhm.
funny. You lost.
It also helps to change up our environment. And I mean, that can be as simple as going from this table where we're all gathered together and the colors are everywhere and all that to literally getting our blankets and pillows, getting down on the floor, sitting crisscross applesauce, like all those things to make it simple and make it not feel so rigid. But I really have enjoyed homeschooling my kids. And then I get creative when it comes to their lessons. So since my daughter is like preschool age, I'm just working with her on numbers and adding and memorizing and, just understanding quantity and things like that. And so I'll just have her work on something when I really need to focus with my son. And then while I'm getting his next lesson ready or doing something where I don't want them to just be sitting on the screens, then I literally picked this map up from, I think, Dollar Tree. And it just, I guess, keeps him occupied, keeps them occupied, and it generates, I guess, questions that maybe we wouldn't have thought to, like, I don't know, it's like conversation starters. Like obviously they're working on social studies and understanding geography, but it also is a chance for it not to be so rigid in a book, and then them kind of being like able to use manipulatives and things like that. My son is actually doing, what is it called? Kindergarten Math with Confidence, and we absolutely love it. He's doing really good.
Equals 7. Okay, so let's see if that's right. So I'll do the 3. So we're gonna do 3, and then you can put the 4. You can put the 4. So let's put the pencil down because we don't need that right now. One green, 2 green, 3 green, 4 green. Okay, so now 3 plus 4 equals how many? Equals 7. Wow, good sound. Good. What good saying ing. Next time, say this one again for me. What's that sound? Eh. So it says touch the title. We're gonna touch it together. And remember, the title of a story tells us what? What the story about. That's right. Rich pig. Oh, so what is the story gonna be about? A rich pig. The rich pig. Okay, so let's sound it out and read together. So the. What word? The. Park. What word? Park. Park. So what did we just read? The dog was in the park. That's correct. It didn't say the dog. It said what? What's this right for? Look at it. It'll tell you. A dog was in the park. Okay, let's read the next sentence.
So since she's only preschool age, we do a lot better. Like if we're just kind of sharing the load, she reads something, I read something, and then we talk about it. But anyways, I hope these tips really helped you guys. And thank you so much for watching. I will see you in my next video. Bye.